I want to open up the door because people get boxed in and they have strokes because they don't think that they're not supposed to get angry. But the Bible said be angry, but
sin not.
I know y'all know. I know y'all know the scripture. Y'all help me preach. We can get up out of here. Listen here. Here, let me give you a couple of positive anger. People that have positive anger. They tell me that Harriet Tubman had positive anger. Her anger was so entrenched in her in a positive way that she created a way of relieving individuals from slavery called the Underground Railroad. Positive anger. They tell me that Dr. Martin Luther King had positive anger. Amen. Although there was indignation and all kinds of accusations against him, he took them and got enough angry folks together and he had what we call a march on Washington. Positive anger is black folks and white folks. And when in the election of, I believe it was 2008, some kind of way this country got mad enough to understand that racism has got to cease. Gotta stop. Somebody help me here. There was so much positive anger. They brought the voters together. They put the first black president of the United States in office. I wish I had somebody say something. While Moses and Joshua were on Mount Sinai, in our text we know that they were actually receiving the Ten Commandments. And when Moses was getting the Ten Commandments from God, God told Moses to go ahead and get off the mountain, go on down, amen, to the people. And when God sent Moses and Joshua down to the people, the text lets us know that Joshua recognized that there was a sound, amen, coming from the camp. And this particular sound that was coming from the camp, amen, Joshua picked it up, amen, and Joshua thought that they were either having victory from winning the battle of a war, or they were going through and things were happening, and they were singing, amen, a good sound, amen. But in reality, they were down there in the camp just making noise. I wish I had somebody. I'm going somewhere. It wasn't the sound of warfare, and it wasn't the sound of victory. But they were down there, and they were singing, and they were just singing and singing and singing, dancing, and they danced so much that they came out of their clothes. But when you look at this particular text, it began to let us see how the children of Israel can forget about the God that delivers them. Lets me know sometimes in life we can forget about God. How can you forget about the God that opened up a Red Sea? How can you forget about a God that sent plagues down in Egypt? How do you forget that? Oh God. Well, these children of Israel, they forgot about this particular God, their deliverer. They forgot about the one that brought them out. And they began to start murmuring and complaining and began to say to Aaron that was still there, make us a God. That's what they said in essence. They ended up making a golden calf. But the golden calf was in symbolic of a God, a small G-O-D God. Oh, somebody help me here. And sometimes we can allow ourselves to get so caught up in our affairs of life that we forget about the big G-O-D and start worshiping the small G-O-D, small God. Yes, it is. It becomes your God. Because when you begin to worship something, begin to set it before God, it becomes your God. And God said, thou shalt have no other God before me. Well, you don't have to say nothing. But the children of Israel, when they were in that camp, they were down there worshiping that God. And it was nothing wrong with celebrating. There's nothing wrong with celebrating. But it's what you celebrate. Yeah, it's what you celebrate. Well, I was at work, and some of my co-workers, they knew, this is the first time that one of these co-workers asked me, what do you want me to call you? Somebody say something. I've been here almost 4, going on 5 years, and this is the first time that they asked me, you want me to call you Reverend? You want me to call you Bishop? You want me, what do you want me to call you? They were trying to set me up. Huh? Trying to set me up. Amen. In other words, they were trying to get under my skin. Because they normally call me Larry or Frazier. Somebody help me in this place. See, you can't allow folks to start calling you by your title. There you go. There you go. You all pumped up in your title that they got to call you by your title or your position. Somebody help me here. I don't care what they call me as long as they call me. Huh? Somebody said something to me. It's not important. It's not about all that. Well, these particular children of Israel, they began to start celebrating in the camp. Because Moses wasn't there to set the record straight. Every now and then, you got to set the record straight. Somebody got to take the big stick. Somebody help me here and crack the whip. Somebody got to do it. And when you're in some leadership role, leading under others, you need to do what the leader would do. Somebody say something to me. You need to crack the whip too. They're not acting right. You need to deal with them. Somebody say something. Don't allow folks to get you and get under your skin and cause you, amen, to begin to start doing something that God said don't do. They did something. Now when Moses, I want you to understand it. When Moses and Joshua got to the camp, they had already built the golden calf. I don't want you to think that you can read this text and when Moses got down the foot of the mountain, they were just building the golden calf. It was already done. And it was done in such a manner and such splendor that they began to start worshiping this calf. They began to start celebrating it, began to start dancing and singing. Amen. Like this was some kind of god or something. But they were just, in essence, when Moses told Joshua on the way down the mountain, no, this is not war. It's not mastery. This is not victory. Amen. They down there singing. And they just down there really, in essence, they down there just making noise. And sometimes you can be just making noise in church. Oh, God, help me in this place. Oh, I'm going to preach this thing. I might got to take 6 weeks, but I'm going to get this out of me. Sometimes we come to church and we just make noise. When you are praising God, somebody ought to feel it. Somebody ought to see God. When you come to church and you worshiping God, worshiping God is not just getting up singing a song. It's not just playing something. Not just preaching a message. Oh, no. Worshiping God is when he steps in the midst. You shall destroy our God. I wish I had somebody say something to me. I love what you said, Elder Davis. It just motivated me. Yes, it did. Worshiping God is when people, they can take what they get from church. They can go home. And the situation at home, it can change. You can go to work and work change. Go to the bank and your bank account change. I wish I had somebody not afraid to worship God. Well, they were singing and they were making melody and they were making song and they were dancing. But the Bible don't tell us to make a joyful melody. Y'all help me. Don't tell me to make a joyful song. Somebody help me here. It does say sing unto the Lord a new song. It does say that, but it don't tell me. But when it say make a joy, it told me me specifically to make a joyful noise. Oh, God, help me in this place. So, with you.